Good afternoon, everybody. George DeBobby here along with Chris Sigmund. We're here at the USA South semifinal game here in Maryville, Tennessee. The regular season outright champion Maryville Fighting Scots, because of their outright winning of the USA South Conference, will host this tournament. And the first game that was played was earlier in the week. Tuesday was a play-in game. North Carolina Wesleyan won 113 over Greensboro, 113 to 86. Piedmont played Covenant. Covenant won 83-67. Methodist beat Averett 87-73, and Maryville beat LaGrange 89-78. And those games were at the home team court. Second game played today. North Carolina Wesleyan was defeated on a shot with 0.3 of a second left. Covenant beats North Carolina Wesleyan 81-80. North Carolina Wesleyan ends its season. What a good record they had. And Covenant plays the winner of this next game, which is Methodist and Maryville. Maryville the number 1 seed, Methodist the number 2 seed in the East, Maryville the number 1 seed in the West. So it's Maryville and Methodist today. With me, Chris Sigmund. Chris, should be another game. Coach Randy Lambert, with 699 victories, has an opportunity to hit the 700 mark today. And let me turn your microphone on.
That's one way to quiet me down. Yeah, George, this is a big night here in Maryville College. We come in here, we're hosting the conference tournament, number 1 seed. Obviously, the season implications are huge. They're playing for the right to face Covenant tomorrow in the championship game, and ultimately for the right to get back into the NCAA national tournament, a place that this program used to be every single year and wants to get back to.
And the way you get there is you win your conference, you get an automatic bid. So winning this tournament,
that's right,
you go automatically.
That's right. And on top of that, as you mentioned, I don't. Coach Lambert don't want to talk about it, but he's got 699 wins, and tonight could be his 700th win. Now he's going to tell us all that he's not thinking about it, and I know when the game starts, he won't think about it. He'll be coaching his game, but you can't tell me that it hasn't creeped into my mind. The legendary Chris Bunch has entered the game. That's how big of a night this is.
Yeah,
I mean, when Chris Bunch comes to a game, this is a big night, George.
Wow,
all the A-listers are out.
This is like Hollywood. Chris Bunch, former assistant here, came out of Greene County in high school, was an assistant here for several years when you played.
He was.
Back in the 50s. And now he's the head coach at Murray in St. Louis?
He's up at Webster.
Webster.
And I remind him often that he owes his entire coaching career to me.
Yeah.
He does not agree with that, but I'm pretty sure that's a fact.
Well, let's talk about this game at hand, and no more celebrities, as I see the 3-point ace coming up the walkway here. We have the pleasure of doing this game for the USA South Network. We appreciate it, and it'll be Maryville taking on the Methodist Monarchs. Methodist coached by David Smith. They have a record of 18-8 overall and 12-4 in the USA South. This is his 18th season with Methodist. Comes into this game with 237 victories and 262 losses. Maryville College coach Randy Lambert, his 38th season, comes into this season 20-6 overall, 14-2 in the conference, and again 699 wins. This could be number 700 for him, and you can tell by the crowd, people are here to see this what could be a historic day for Coach Lambert.
Yeah, no doubt about it. And I think the key for Maryville College, especially early, George, is they've got to control the emotions of this evening. Is they've got to they can't win this game. They can't win a championship. They can't win Coach's 700th game in the first minute. They've got to worry about each possession and not focus on the result, but focus on the process. And this is going to test their maturity. It's sometimes you get overexcited, and this would be a game that would be easy to get overexcited about. So I'm sure Coach has stressed to them and just tried to keep them in the moment and not think too far ahead. But the implications with the W here tonight are huge. Now, if you're Methodist, you're coming into the Lions Den, you've got nothing to lose. I expect them to play relaxed, expect them to play hard, and they're on the seeding anyway. They're an underdog in this game. They're on the road. They've got nothing to lose out here. So this is a dangerous game for Maryville and a great opportunity for Methodist.
Oh, I agree completely. These teams have played before earlier in the year. Maryville won by 10 on the road, 85-75, and I'm sure Coach David Smith and the Methodist Monarchs would love to return the favor. We'll be right back. We'll be doing our national anthem. That was Larry Swaggerty singing the national anthem, and Chris will be doing the starting lineups, and I'll let you take those since I know you have them right before you.
Yeah, we'll start with Methodist. A 6-foot senior from Greensboro, North Carolina, Brian Rouse. He averages 17 points, 3 rebounds a game. Along with him, number 22, Davion Ayabareno. He's a 6'5 senior, averages 19 points, 7 rebounds a game, George. Along with him, number 23, Ray Hall, a 6'1", 195 guard. He, again, is a senior. So they've got 3 seniors in their backcourt. At forward, a 6'7", 180-pound senior, number 24, Troynell Reese.
Every one of these guys
Every
are
one of them,
seniors.
they start all 5, 13 points, 6 rebounds. And then their big man, number 52, Jackson Whitley. He's 6'9", 220, averages a double-double, George, 13 points, 11 rebounds.
And this team as a whole averages 82-plus points a game. They shoot 48% from the field, 30% from the three-point arc, and 77% from the free throw line.
Absolutely. Now for Maryville College, we're going to start number 10, Caleb Estes, a 5'11 junior guard. You know,
junior's the key word.
Yeah, Methodist has 5 seniors. We have none. So, but we do have a lot of experience to match it. Along with him at the wing, number 20, Dante Hoppa, 6'5", 185 forward. He's averaging 12 points a game. Really come on strong these last several weeks. Calvin Songster, we saw him in the pregame. Second team all-conference. He averages 13 points a game, a 6'2", 185-point guard, real perimeter-oriented.
49% from the field, 49% from the three-point arc, 85% free throw shooter.
Number 30, Amir Bowman, he averages 12 points a game. He made first team all-conference, 6'3", 180. If you've seen him play, very, very athletic, lots of block shots, just fantastic around the rim, tremendous athlete. And the big man, number 33, Colton Oaks, 6'4", 225, averages 11 points a game. Got to have a huge game out of Colton Oaks again. He's going to be matched up with Whitley down there, and he's got to play well.
The key is the bench for this Maryville team, because there's nobody coming off the bench for the Methodist team. And I say that only because most of these guys, these seniors, they're going to play 32-plus minutes.
Yeah, Maryville.
Rouse plays 32. Aberrano plays 32.
Yeah.
Ray Hall plays about 30. Reese plays almost 30, and Jackson plays 32.
Yeah, Maryville's depth could become a factor, George. You know, our team is built Maryville's built very spread out. You know, we got a lot of guys that average right around that 10, 12 points.
Bowman and Whitley. Here we go.
Like you say, Methodist really has their guys that play a bunch of minutes and put up all the points.
Hall with the ball, and he'll get it to Aberrano. Get it out high to Whitley. He'll go into the post. Little hook shot, good by Tarnell Reese. And Reese with a little John right away. Maryville with the ball. And kind of a floating zone there. Not sure what that is. It's a man-to-man, but Whitley was all over the place. They're going to go inside to Whitley. He has the ball knocked away from the backside by Aberrano. Get it out to Rouse. And then over to Hall. 2-0 your score, 1 minute gone in this semifinal game. And taken away by Colton Oaks. Colton Oaks going to just lay it up and in.
Yeah, that's a great start by Colt to get out there and get active. When he's active, George, he's a big factor in the game and changes the entire dynamic of this team.
And they'll get the ball to Reese and over the left side to Rouse. Rouse going to go in.
Good
long
defense.
Jump shot. The ball comes back down to Troynell Reese. Easy for me to say. Reese guarded by Amir Bowman. And the shot no good. Collapsing defense by Maryville. Up the court quickly comes Estes. Songster with the ball. Turnaround jump shot, no good. Tip in, no good.
High.
And the ball goes out of bounds off the green. 2 minutes gone, score 2-2. Maryville in white, the Monarchs from Methodist Fayetteville, North Carolina in the green.
So kind of both teams feeling each other out right now, George.
Well, this is the way they do. Coach Smith and Coach Lambert, they're a lot of the same techniques. They'll go to Noakes, about 10 feet out. Has the ball knocked away. Turn around, little hook shot, good, and it's 4-2. And I know, talking to Coach Lambert earlier, they wanted to establish some inside game against Whitley.
Yeah, you got to take it right to him. And that's what Colt did right there, make him work on both ends of the floor.
Rouse with the ball. And it's
Good
Bowman.
help.
Shot, the ball goes out of bounds off Methodist. And Maryville did a good job of switching, as getting free was Troynell Reese. That Aberrano got free. Maryville up 4-2.
Bowman did a nice job helping out on that rebound.
Estes, that's looked like goaltending, but it wasn't apparently. Reese pulls up, and the ball will go out of bounds. Boy, didn't that look like goaltending on the other end?
Yeah, I don't know. He caught it up high. It might have still been going up. You know, it's Whitley's long. He's 6'9" down there. That was really close, but in the judgment of the official, the ball must have been still going up.
And they're closer than we are. So 17 minutes left to go. 4-2, USA South semi-final game. We'll go inside to Colton Oaks. Noakes guarded by Whitley.
Got him again.
And a little too much mustard on that. Aberrano with the rebound, and up the court comes Methodist Ray Hall. And they're going to call a foul on Emir Bowman.
Yeah, he's got caught with the reach right there.
Shot clock at 21, 16:35 left to go, first half. And the ball gets knocked away by Emir Bowman. 4-2 Maryville.
Yeah, it's a nice job by Amir. He was basically down there one-on-one.
And they get the ball inside, and it's Hoppe saving it, and goes right by the Maryville. And Maryville had an opportunity there. It's a 4-point turnaround right there. 4-4 your score. 16:20 left to go. Caleb Estes for Maryville with the ball. Emir Bowman gets the ball to Hoppe. Hoppe going to get it inside and around the rim, and it's Noakes. And no call. Wow.
Colts battling down there.
Up comes Hall.
Push off. Got him with the block. I think they're going to get the and one. I thought Estes had pretty good position right there.
Foul going to be on Caleb Estes, and we'll get a timeout. So it'll be immediate timeout, 4-4 your score here at Maryville. And really not a whole lot going on, as it's a very low-scoring game. Totally different than what we had in last game.
Yeah, both teams off to a slow start, which happens. Both of these teams, they feel the weight of the moment a little bit, and they'll settle in. They'll kind of get going here. I thought Maryville's had a couple of tough breaks. You mentioned maybe that the shot by Estes could have been a goaltend. I thought he had a charge right there. But you got to keep playing through those. Those things even out over the course of a game. But you're right. Maryville's 2 of 8 from the floor right now. Methodist 3 of 6. Right now, like you say, it's been a slow start. And let's see which team can kind of settle in and maybe take control of this first half a little bit.
6-4 your score here at Maryville. This is a USA South Network presentation. Maryville and Methodist. Methodist the number 2 seed in the East, and Maryville the number 1 seed in the West. 6-4, Methodist leading Maryville, and going to the line to shoot will be number 23 for Methodist. That's Ray Hall. Hall 83% from the free throw line. 15:52 left to go, first period. And that shot's going to be missed, and Colton Oakes with the rebound. 6-4, Methodist in the lead. Maryville with the ball. Post player Noakes out, guarded by post player Whitney way out high. Hoppe, quick move, and back outside to Bowman. Bowman to Noakes, long 2-point shot, no good. Rebound comes down to the green-shirted Monarchs. It was Reese with the rebound.
Got a
Hall.
double screen up high here.
And the basket good by Reese. 8-4. Ball goes to Emir Bowman. Bowman takes another shot. No good. Rebound comes down to Whitley. Maryville one and done. 8-4 your score.
Yeah, we got to get our
Methodist in the
offense
lead.
moving. We're trying to go a little bit too much one-on-one right now. Once we get that ball moving, it'll open some things up, I think.
Ibarreno with the ball. Foul going to be Estes, his second foul.
And that's the third team foul. That's the third team foul by Estes. Or, excuse me, by Maryville. Methodist has none so far.
In the game goes Dante Jackson. And they'll get the ball out to Reese, to Ibareno. And back to Rouse. 3-point shot, no good. Rebound, Dante Hoppa of Maryville.
Let's go. Let's push it here.
And it is J.R. Sanders with the ball, freshman. To Songster, to the basket, shoots two.
Nice shot.
And good. And 8-6. And right away you can see the difference, a little energy with Sanders in there.
Yeah, much better movement that time. Cal caught it off a curl, then was able to penetrate it. That's when we're at our best.
Routes with the ball to Hall. Hall goes back door. And we got a possession. Possession goes to Methodist. Chris Watson and Daquan Summers going in, as is Manny Garcia.
You know, and that's what Amir Bowman does right there, George. He didn't get that block, but he totally affected that shot coming from the weak side. He actually got his hand stuck in the rim. But just knowing he's out there, these guys see the tape of his shot blocks. And
by the way, Chris Watson has done a great job in the last couple of games. Manny Garcia with the ball. Sanders. 13:35 left to go. Garcia for three and puts it in.
Watch out now. Watch out. Manny can make them in bunches.
13:30 left to go. Maryville up 9-8. Ball to Everett. Yeah.
Manny's one of those guys, George. When he makes a shot, it seems like the whole team gets energy from it.
Hall. And Chris Watson tried to get that ball, but a good tip shot in by Reese.
That's actually a tough shot to catch it high like that and finish.
J.R. Sanders, the freshman from Mount Juliet, and we're going to get a foul.
I think we got a hold on 24, Troynell Reese. He's got 8 early points. He's got 8 of their 10 right now.
Noakes goes in, and out comes Malcolm Walker. I think Noakes needed a mental adjustment. 13 minutes left to go. Maryville up 10-9. Or is it the other way around? Watson puts that up. No good. Tipped. Rebound comes down to Methodist. 10 for Methodist, 9 for Maryville. Daquan Summers on guard there. Pass goes in to Reese. Reese guarded by J.R. Sanders. And J.R. Sanders puts it in. Troynell Reese again with the jawing and the taunting at the Maryville bench. 12-9, Methodist. Manny Garcia to Sanders, to Daquan Summers. And there'll be a foul, and that will be the foul on Dante Jackson.
Yeah, Daquan, he's one of those guys that he can really break you down off the dribble. It's really hard to stay in front of him. His aggression often leads to either opportunities for himself, or sometimes you'll see when the defense starts to collapse on him, look for him to drop that off to Colt or Watson, one of those guys, and maybe get some layups here.
72% from the free throw line. Misses the first one. It's 12-9. Methodist sends in Julian Carlton, 6'6", 205. 10 points for Tarnell Reese so far. Both shots missed by Maryville. Rebound comes down to Colton Oaks of Maryville. He'll get it out to Daquan Summers for three. No good. Rebound tipped away and picked up by the green shirts. And
got to travel.
Yep. We're going to get a media timeout. 11:52 left to go in this first half. Methodist 12, Maryville 9. And what a start by Troynell Reese. 10 points for Methodist.
Yeah, he's been the offense for them so far. You know, we're still kind of continuing to struggle a little bit to find our rhythm here. You know, you're starting to see just a little bit the pace starting to pick up as both these teams are starting to get a little bit of a feel here. But right now, you know, for Maryville, bottom line is we're just not putting it in the hole. We're 4 of 14, good for 29%. Methodist is 6 of 11. You know, everything else, when you look up and down the line, rebounds are really close, turnovers are really close. You know, right now, Troynell Reese is the difference in the first 8-9 minutes of this game.
And he's made most of those shots from right in front of the basket. Reese averages 13 points a game. 62% from the field, so that's a high percentage. $11:52 left to go, first period. Methodist 12 in the green, Maryville 9 in the white. J.R. Sanders coming up. Goes to DeQuan Summers. And he'll be fouled, I believe. No, out of bounds.
Yeah, I think he got stuck under the backboard a little bit there.
11:39 left to go, first period. 12-9, Methodist in the lead. Hall, and they'll get it to Ibarreno. Noakes with the block. Noakes just waiting for it.
That's pretty good D by Watson. They're putting some size against Ibarreno.
Demetrius Everett going in, a 5'10 freshman from Raleigh, North Carolina. It's Dearman with the ball.
Good step up by Colt. That's good defense.
Yeah, good defense by J.R. Sanders.
Got the shot clock violation. Methodist didn't realize how much time is there, and there's a great step up on the screen by Colt. And then J.R. Sanders fought his way back up there.
Little hop there by J.R. Sanders. And you're going to get a foul on number 44. That's Julian Carlton. Watson with some good minutes, and in goes Amir Bowman. 12-9 still. Not much scoring compared to last game. Manny Garcia for three, no good. Rebound, Colt Noakes. Noakes loses the ball, and he'll take a shot. What a strength to get up there.
Why you lift weights in the offseason, I guess. There wasn't anything pretty about that. That was just pure strength by Colt down there.
Pretty is 2 points. And it is a 1 point game, 12-11.
Golly.
Manny Garcia with the foul away from the ball.
First game, they really let him play. This one, they're calling a little bit tighter. They're getting a few of these bumps on the screens.
So Methodist will inbound the ball under their offensive basket, and it will be Dearman. Dearman gets the ball to, well, it goes back to Everett. Out high. And back to Jackson. And then it's Everett has the ball blocked.
Go.
And Maryville takes it back the other way. Dante Hoppa. And it's a foul.
Boy, Sanders can really push that ball, doesn't he? He runs it right up the back of Methodist. Dumps it right at the last minute for Hoppa, who got 2 free throws out of it.
Hoppa goes to the line, a 76% free throw shooter. Hoppa, a junior, 6'5", 185 from Naples, Florida. Still, Maryville not doing too well on their foul shots. It's 12-11 Methodist.
Stuff like that can come back to bite you. These are, you know, every point's crucial when you get in these tournament games. You know it's going to be a slugfest.
Whoa.
Finally break the seal.
12-12, and that ball almost laid up on the rim there. 10 minutes left to go before halftime. Methodist in the green, Maryville in the white. The score tied. In the paint, the shot, no good. Ball blocked on the ground. Picked up by Noakes. Bowman going the other way. He'll get it to J.R. Sanders, the freshman. What a find, J.R. Sanders, Mount Juliet, Tennessee. Amir Bowman.
No angle.
I saw that coming.
He's going to chase him down, though.
Shot put back. Good hustle there by, I didn't see who that was, so 34, Jaquan Deal. 14-12. Methodist leading Maryville. The semifinal game. J.R. Sanders to Noakes. Noakes guarded by Whitley. Noakes with the turnaround jump shot. 14-14 your score.
Yeah, Colts with a nice start. He's got 8 of his own.
9 minutes left to go in this first half. Ray Hall coming up for Methodist. He'll go to Whitley down low. Foul on Colton Noakes. His first non-shooting foul. Malcolm Walker and Caleb Estes check in for Maryville with the score tied 14-14, 20 on the shot clock, 8:50 left before halftime. Ball will go inbounds to Deal, and then they'll get it right back to playmaker Hall. Wow.
Got a hand check on Estes out there. I think
That's
that's
his
already
third.
his.
That's his third. $8:37 left to go. Halftime, 20 seconds on the shot clock.
I think they got Estes for his second, George, officially.
Second. Check on that.
No, you're right. I'm sorry. He does have 3. They just updated. Wow.
Jaquan Deal with the foul there. 14-14 Maryville, and that's Dantarius Bray, and probably one of the better ball handlers you'll see. Songster needs to get going to Hoppe, and then back to Songster. No good. Rebound comes back
his own
to
rebound.
Songster. And it'll be a foul on Methodist. It's going to be Garen Dearman.
You know, and that's the luxury Maryville has, George. You know, our starting point guard gets in foul trouble with 3 fouls. You know, not only can we bring J.R. Sanders, but you bring Dantarius Bray. We've got the depth to kind of weather that, and obviously we don't want him to get in that foul trouble.
And no foul call. Coming up quickly is Hall. He'll hold up, wait for the troops. Guarded by Dantarius Bray. Go inside to Whitley at the baseline. He'll turn around, take the shot, and float it in. Nice shot. 16-14 at the 7:54 mark. Methodist at the 7:55 mark. Methodist in the lead by 2.
You live with that. He took about a 10-foot left-handed push shot. That was a great shot.
Hoppe to Amir Bowman. The ball is saved by Maryville. In the corner, Songster. He'll go to the basket. Inside to Malcolm
Nice.
Walker. Great assist. Good presence.
Yeah, Cal's being really active right now. He's not getting a lot of looks, but he's creating a lot of attention from the defense, opening up opportunities right there for Malcolm Walker.
Tie score at the 7:18 mark, 16-16. Ball goes over to Hall in the corner. And back out to Hall.
Got the charge.
Oh, yeah. And we get immediate timeout. Good nuts. Number 23 on Hall, his first. So we get immediate timeout. Chris, 7:05 left to go in the first half, 16-16.
Yeah, George, you know, I think both teams have still still playing a little bit tight. You know, I think they're still trying to catch their rhythm.
You know what I've seen, Chris? I don't mean to cut you off, but I've seen more substitution out of the Monarchs today than I have all season. They've had lots of substitutions. I think they're going to keep their starters, try to keep them fresh until the big push.
Yeah, and I think that's a smart move, you know. And you know, one thing we haven't talked about, George, it's been a little bit of an unusually warm week for February here in East Tennessee. And, you know, it's been in the mid-70s to almost 80 degrees all week. It's a little bit almost muggy and warm in the gym today. It's warmer than it normally would be this time of year. So, you know, conditioning and hydration, you know, could be a factor. So I think that's a great call by Coach Smith to, you know, to maybe steal some minutes for these starters and rest them in this first half. And we'll see if that pays dividends for them in that second half.
Just to let you know, in the semifinal game earlier today, it was Covenant beating North Carolina Wesleyan 81-80. Then Darius Bray will bring it up. Bray, a journeyman from LaGrange, Georgia. Hoppe in the corner. Get it to Manny Garcia. Garcia from Miami, Florida. Ball gets knocked away. Zone defense now. Inside to Malcolm Walker. And he gets around. He got around Ibarreno, and it's 18-16 Maryville.
You know, Malcolm not known for offensive moves out there, but he put on a beautiful drop step right there and finished with the left hand.
And Maryville knocks the ball away. It's Manny Garcia. Looks around, and he'll take the layup, and it's 20-16 Maryville.
Let's see if Maryville's got it going now a little bit. You're starting to see a little bit of energy out of them.
Ray will bring it across the timeline at the 6:05 mark for Methodist. Ibarreno. So really a mismatch as far as size. Goes to Rouse. 9 on the shot clock. Rouse gets it to their big guy. He'll take a three-point shot. Good by Jason Whitley. Whitley was 9 of 21 from the three-point line, and he puts the Monarchs within 1. Hoppe, Maryville. Got a whistle, ball out of bounds.
Be Maryville ball underneath.
Got to put 20 on the clock. That's what the referee said. There we go. Dantarius Bray will inbound the ball. DeQuan, and a shot no good, picked up by Malcolm Walker. Hoppe with the reverse layup, no good. Rebound comes down to Hall of Methodist. He'll push it down the left side. And nice hustle by Troynell Reese. Reese with 12 points now. He's eating Maryville up. 21-20. It's a 5-0 run. 5 minutes left to go. Bray into Hoppe. Three-point shot by Garcia, no good. Rebound comes down to Whitley at the 4:50 mark. 21-20, Methodist leading. First half action. USA South Conference. Ibarreno for 3, and he'll put it in. And Ibarreno with a little good shot, 24-20. 8-0 run.
That's a good response by Methodist.
No foul, and they go the other way. Maryville can't get a good shot. It's Ray coming up.
They were trying to do a little too much. We're trying to go one on 2, 1 on 3 down there. Got to trust our offense.
To Ibarreno, to their big man Whitley. He'll go inside, and ball goes out of bounds. 24-20. Up comes J.R. Sanders quickly. Sanders to Hoppe. Hoppe in the corner to Sanders. Sanders into the paint. And Walker with 2 points.
He's so strong down there. He just moved Jackson out of the way.
Walker 6'4", 215. He's bigger than 215.
Or Whitley, excuse me.
Rouse to Reese to Ibarreno, and off the pick and the dunk.
Gosh, we haven't guarded him all day.
No, he's got 14 points, and that's something they need to work on. It's a 10-2 run right now. To Walker under the basket, good.
Yeah, Walker giving big minutes. Our post guys are eating them up down there. See if we can get a stop on this end.
Up comes Hall to Ibarreno. Wow. He got away with a nice little push off there. 28-24. Ball goes to Amir Bowman.
Pace starting to pick up here offensively for both teams.
And a shot by Songster. No good, but he'll be fouled. We're going to get a timeout as well. That's Rouse.
Yeah, you look, George. You know, Malcolm has 8 on 4 of 4 shooting. Colt has 8 on 4 of 9 shooting. So our two post players have 16 on 8 of 13 shooting. But on the other end, Troynell Reese has got 14 points, largely on layups and hook shots, and we got to find an answer for him. You know, he only averages 12 a game.
Well, here's the answer: is to guard him.
Yeah, we got to find somebody to step up and guard him.
Emir Bowman has not. There must be some miscommunication there because Bowman has been away from him at times. So I'm sure they're going to go ahead and fix that up right now.
You look right now, George, and Methodist is shooting 62% from the floor. They've made, I think, 2 threes. Whitley hit one at the shot clock, and then Aya Moreno hit one in the corner. But I think pretty much everything else has been in the paint. And so let's see if we can kind of get them out of that paint, maybe start making them shoot some jump shots, put some pressure on them, see if they can knock them down.
28-24. Methodist in the lead, but going to the line is Calvin Songster. Songster 80-something% from the free throw line, about 85%.
I wouldn't be surprised if either late this half, early next half, we start getting in some full court pressure. Methodist has 9 turnovers.
Songster 85.1%. He'll put that one in. 28-25 with 2:30 left to go before halftime. Methodist in the lead. Songster, the junior from Science Hill in Johnson City, Tennessee, 28-26.
And Maryville's going to go to a little zone trap here.
He'll go under the basket there. Shot no good. Rebound comes to Maryville.
Reese finally missed one.
Yeah. Hoppa down the right side. Sanders, 2:06 left. 28-26, 2 minutes left to go. Methodist leading in this USA South semifinal game. Songster with 9 on the shot clock. To Hoppa. He'll turn around, take a three-pointer. And Hoppa puts in a 3. 29-28, Maryville with 1:40 left to go before halftime. Ray gets the ball way over to Rouse, into Whitley, and then back out to Rouse. Ray pulls up. Long three-point shot, good by Rouse.
That was a big shot.
Yep. And they're still shooting a high percentage. And Maryville will have to deal with that because that could go on all day. Amir Bowman going to lay it up and in. 1 minute, 7 seconds left to go before halftime. Ibarreno with the ball. 10 on the shot clock, 50 on the play clock.
We got to stay in front of Aya Moreno right here. Good defense by Hoppa.
Hoppa all the way.
No.
And he throws it away. And it's going to be Ray coming down with 35 seconds left. Tie score right now. Coach Smith calling for the last shot. And we got a timeout. Who called that timeout?
I think Smith called one. He's going to set up a final play here. There's about an 8-second difference, so Maryville will get an opportunity to have the ball back if we can get a stop here.
Score 31-31, 29.6 seconds left before halftime. And leading all scorers was Troynell Reese. He had 14 points in the first 15 minutes. He's, I think, missed, 3 shots. But the big three-pointer by Rouse right there on the last possession was a big shot for them.
Yeah, and give Methodist a lot of credit. Every time Maryville starts to get some momentum, Earlier Whitley hit a three as the shot clock expired. That time Maryville kind of had a little bit of momentum, and Roush steps up and hits a deep three. They've answered every challenge that Maryville's presented so far.
Well, the score's tied, and Methodist is shooting 58%. Maryville shooting 43%. Hall with the ball to Ibarreno, back to Hall. 10 on the shot clock. Hall gets it outside, and we got a charge as Malcolm Walker takes one for the team.
Hey, Malcolm Walker, every game, George, he just continues to make plays by doing what he's coached to do. We're going to get another timeout as Coach Lambert draws up a play. But you watch Malcolm Walker play, George. He doesn't wow you with his height or his size. He's strong, but he just does what he's supposed to do. He puts himself in the right position, and in that time, he's taking a charge, whether it's finishing down there, just turned into a very valuable member of this team.
Who was that foul on? Can you check for me? 31-31 at the 11.8 seconds left.
That last foul was on number 23, George, Ray Hall.
That's his second. So Maryville with 11.8 seconds left on the clock will try to take the lead here before halftime. Yeah, 31-31 with this USA South Conference game, semifinal game.
Be nice to get a bucket here, have a little bit of a good vibe going into the locker room at halftime.
J.R. Sanders going to quickly bring it up. He'll be guarded by Dearman, freshman to freshman. And they kick it away, and it's going to go the other way. Tornell Reese at the buzzer, and the putback, no good. The putback by Jaquan Deal, and Coach Lambert can't believe it.
And we got a little bit fortunate. Reese, I don't think he realized how much time he had. He pulled up a little bit early and shot a deep three. They almost got the tip, but I thought towards the end of that first half, George, both teams, especially offensively, started to finally catch a little bit of rhythm. But this game was what we expected. You expect it to be close. It's going to stay close, and you get down to the last 5 minutes, and whoever makes the plays is going to win this game. And
I think you mentioned it before, conditioning is going to be a key, but when the game's this close and you get into the second half, less and less do you put in your bench. So we'll see what happens, and I think Maryville has a little more bench strength. We'll see what happens. Got some stats for you.
Yeah, really, like you say, Maryville, the reason they're in this game is they turned Methodist over 10 times. Their Methodist shot 54% from the floor, 14 of 26, made 3 of 5 from the three-point line. Maryville only shot 43%, which isn't awful, and only 2 of 6 from the three-point line. But the 10 turnovers, Maryville got 4 more shot attempts, so they got more possessions, and that's what kept them in it. But you look across the board, total rebounds, Maryville's out-rebounded 16 to 15. Really outside of the shooting percentages and the turnovers, everything lines up exactly the way you would think, very closely in a tie ball game.
Maryville with 8 assists and 5 turnovers. The Methodist Monarchs 10 turnovers and 7 assists, and you really want it to be more assists than turnovers. Let's take a break, and we'll be back in just a couple of minutes with the score tied here at halftime in the USA South Conference semifinal game. Maryville 31, Methodist 31. We'll be back. Welcome back, everybody. George DeBobby here along with Chris Sigmund. We are at the site of the USA South semifinal game here in Maryville, Tennessee. Some statistics for you for the Methodist Monarchs. Brian Rouse with 3 points. Davian Ibarreno with 5 points. 2 points for Ray Hall. And it's Troynell Reese with 14 points. And he got most of those in the first 15 minutes. 5 points for Jackson Whitley and 2 for Jaquan Deal. That's 31 points for Methodist. The 31 points for Maryville are made up by Dante Hoppe with 4 for Calvin Songster, 2 for Amir Bowman, 8 for Colton Oaks, and 5 for Manny Garcia, and 8 from Malcolm Walker. That's 16 points for Maryville in the post, Chris.
Yeah, absolutely. It's our post guys came to play. They're really kind of sagging off on defense. Kind of switching a lot of those perimeter screens and stuff. So our perimeter guys have a little bit of trouble shaking free, but our post guys, they really showed up and played well. And they're the reason we're still in this ball game.
Well, some team statistics: the Monarchs shooting a blistering 14 of 26, 54% from the field. They are 3 of 5 from the three-point arc, 60%, and 0 of 1 from the free throw line. Maryville, on the other hand, 13 of 30 from the field, or 43%. They are 2 of 6 from the three-point line, or 33%, and they are 3 of 6 from the free throw line, 50%. And as I've said, most of that has come from Maryville's post in Colton Oaks and Malcolm Walker. So hard to say what's going on. Both teams feeling out each other. Very conservative type game. And it's 31-31.
Didn't it feel like, George, both teams were like, let's just get this first half out of the way so we can get to the last 10 minutes of this ball game and see who's going to go win it? I mean, that really – it almost felt like both of them just thought, this is a formality. Let's get through this first half. And I expect this second half, both of them to really kind of loosen up and start to go at this thing. I thought they were – to keep our kind of boxer analogy going, I thought both teams were kind of jabbing, and I expect some more haymakers to come in this second half here.
Just some minutes so you know. The starting 5 for the Methodist Monarchs: Rouse 17 minutes, Ibarreno 16, 19 for Ray Hall, 15 for Reese, and 16 for Jackson Whitley. For Maryville, their starters: 6 for Caleb Estes, 17 for Dante Hoppe, 14 for Songster, 14 for Bowman, 10 for Noakes, 10 for J.R. Sanders, 10 for Malcolm Walker. So Maryville's playing right now about an 8-man rotation with a little bit of a 9 mix, and the Monarchs about a 6-man rotation with a little bit of a 7 mix. So again, don't put too much in that, because Methodist, they play those 5 seniors over 30 minutes a game. So they're right on course, and they are blistering it with a 54% shooting percentage from the floor, but it's tied.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I think both teams are, I think both teams realize they probably left a few points out there on the floor in that first half, but both of them probably feel fine about where they are in this game. Like I said, I think both teams expect this to get down to the last 10, the last 5 minutes, and it's going to take some plays down the stretch to win this thing.
Look for Maryville to do a little bit of pressing this half. So we're about ready to go. 31-31 possession arrow is in the favor of the Monarchs. So they will have first crack. 31-31, and here we go.
J.R. Sanders starting out this second half. Again, Caleb Estes, the starting point guard for Maryville, picked up 3 fouls, so trying to protect him a little bit with Sanders starting this half.
Ray gets it to Ibarreno. Back inside to Whitley. He takes the shot from about 10 feet, and Methodist first blood, 33-31. Sanders comes up. Sanders looking to go to Hoppe, and it's Amir Bowman. He'll come around the rim and lay it up and misses the shot, and Whitley comes down with the rebound.
See if we can guard Reese.
No good. Rebound comes down to Maryville's Hoppe. J.R. Sanders pushes it down the court. Goes to Hoppa. Hoppa puts up the shot. No good. Rebound comes down to Ray Hall. Maryville not very selective on their shots. 33-31. 1 minute gone here in this second half. Winner takes all. Loser to the mall. They'll go inside. And back to Whitley for three. And to Ibarreno. He'll put up the two. No good. Rebound comes down to Reese. He'll put it back up. No good. And coaches wanted goaltending. They're not going to get it. 35-31. Songster. Songster inside to Colton Oaks. Noakes misses the shot badly.
Bowman with the steal.
Amir Bowman with the steal. Noakes didn't even know they had the ball. And J.R. Sander pulls up, takes the shot, and misses it. Maryville's had some shots. They're just stone cold right now. 35-31. Ibarreno with the ball. Come off the switch. And again, Maryville cannot. They're just switching, and Maryville's not guarding him. Yeah. 37-31, 6-0 run.
Yeah, Maryville just kind of came out flat in that second half, George. We're not moving on offense, and, you know, that last defensive possession, we kind of gave Reese too good of a position, made it too easy right there. Coaches are trying to fire them up, trying to, you know, basketball is a game that rewards aggression, George. You know, generally if you're pushing the tempo, if you're forcing things on defense, that's the team that is going to come out on top. And right now, I think Maryville's trying to react a little bit and let the game come to them. And I think sometimes you got to go take yourself to the game, if that makes any sense.
Maryville has taken 4 shots and missed them all, and the Monarchs have taken 6 shots and made 3. So they're still sitting at 50+%. Maryville down to 38%. 17:43 left to go. Maryville comes out flat and gives up 6 quick points to the Monarchs, 37-31. And you can tell Coach Lambert's not happy right now.
Yeah, he's just trying to challenge his guys a little bit, trying to get them going.
Maryville will inbound the ball. It's Hoppa. They'll get it to Sanders. Sanders directing traffic, freshman, to Songster. Songster into the lane, and he was fouled before the shot. Number 3 on the push, that's Rouse.
That's the first team foul.
.20 seconds on the shot clock. 17:31 left to go. Goes to Noakes and then to Songster. Songster in the lane, and he'll be fouled.
Get in there. They count that or is it on the
know.
floor? No, they got him on the floor.
What's the call?
I think they had Rouse again, the hand check. Attaboy Hop.
3 fouls on Rouse now. 37-33 at the 17-11 mark.
Let's see if we can pick up our defense right here. Put some pressure on them.
Ray coming up. Ibarreno, and it's
Attaboy
Noakes
Colt
with some activity right there.
Watch out.
And that's going to be a foul on number 23, Hall.
There we go, Hop. Good job, JR.
Hall with 3 and Rouse with 3.
I'm not sure what Coach Smith is arguing with the referee about. I thought Ray Hall there kind of came right through Hoppa. I thought that was a pretty easy call.
I think he was arguing the call down here.
Oh.
The one we couldn't see. But that's 2 quick fouls on 2 starters. Both Rouse and Hall with 3. Maryville with the ball. Songster with a spin. Puts it up. No good. Put back. It's
Come on,
Noakes
Colt.
with the
Attaboy.
rebound.
Telling you, our post guys have come to play today.
Up the court quickly comes Dante Jackson. And that's where Maryville's losing. They can't. They lose Reese every time.
Yeah, he's doing a great job just kind of finding the opening and then finishing once he gets it.
Well, they're not switching, and we're going to get a foul against Ibarreno. No? Yes. Non-shooting foul. 14 fouls right off the bat in the first 3 minutes and 47 seconds. 16-12 left to go. 4-point lead for the Monarchs. Hoppa gets the ball outside. Hoppa for three, and it goes over. It's not rolling for Maryville. 16 minutes left to go in the game. 39-35. And we'll get a full timeout. Coach Smith asked for the timeout, but it's a media timeout. Maryville now shooting 15 of 38, or 39.5%. The Monarchs have increased their shooting, 18 of 33, 54.5%. And they lead by 4 over Maryville, 39-35. It's an 8-4 run basically here in the first 4 minutes.
Yeah, and I thought for a couple possessions there, Maryville really started to pick up their defense. We've got to figure out a way to keep track of Troynell Reese. I know we're trying to give Aya Bonero and Whitley a lot of attention,
here's
but we're
what's
losing
happening though. They'll switch with Reese being guarded by number 30, Bowman by Maryville, and then they don't switch and they just lose track of Reese. He just floats down under the basket. 39-35 right now. 16 minutes left to go. Methodist in the lead. Methodist with the ball. Back in the game for Maryville is number 10, Caleb Estes. And it will be Dante Jackson. Maryville with a little bit of a trap. And stepping on the baseline was Dante Jackson. So with the turnover, it's Maryville. 39-34, 15:48 left to go in the game. This is a winner-take-all. Songster outside. The shot no good. Rebound goes to the hands of the Monarchs. 15:30 left to go. 39-35. The Monarchs in the lead. Dearman with the ball. Ibarreno with the shot and the basket. And again, nobody under the basket for Maryville. Basket good. The foul going to be on Malcolm Walker. Is he even in there? Shot by Ibarreno, and he makes the three-point shot. It's 42-35. Maryville down by 7 right now. Largest lead of the game for anybody. Maryville just sluggish. Noakes going to go to the line and put up 2. No good. Rebound out of bounds off Methodist.
Yeah, right now it seems like the offense is Calvin trying to create and Colt trying to crash the offensive glass. We got to get into our patterns and kind of get some movement here. 15
minutes left to go, and coaches or officials discussing the clock. Foul was on 33, which is they're going back to the. They reset to 30. Okay. To Noakes. Noakes pulls up. He'll shoot a 3. Round the rim. Rebound comes down to Reese.
Tough break for Songster right there. That looked good, just rimmed out.
John Jackson coming up. Maryville stone cold from the field. Called a foul on that?
Yeah, I think they called a forearm in the back by Colt.
Noakes now with 3 fouls. Malcolm Walker getting ready to go in. 42-35. Maryville shooting a dismal 36%. And the Monarchs shooting 56%. They lead by 7, and they have the ball. But that shooting has been some high percentage shots, basically under the basket. Deontay Jackson. He'll go to the line. Shot going up and good by Jason Whitley, and they're just tearing up Maryville. 9-point lead. Maryville with the ball. Manny Garcia, now Amir Bowman. Bowman takes a long 2-pointer, no good. Tipped away, rebound comes down to the Monarchs. Long pass the other way, and they overthrow a wide open Troy Nell Reese. Pass incomplete. Maryville dodged the bullet that time. Chris Watson going in. Amir Bowman having a tough couple of games.
Yeah, we haven't been able to get into our rhythm right here, but you got to keep fighting and trust that it'll come.
Manny Garcia to DeQuan Summers. Summers kicks it out to
come on, ball. We need that one.
Caleb Estes, and it's a 3-pointer for Maryville.
That was the best motion we've run the whole game. We were cutting and driving. Daquan with a nice pass. Estes knocks it down. That's how our offense normally looks. Hopefully that gets us going here.
Ibarreno with the ball. Shot,
get a rebound.
And he put back in by Garen Dearman. 46-38, 13:29 left to go. DeQuan Summers with the ball. To Manny Garcia for 3. No good. Rebound. Watson, no. Ball's picked up and goes off Maryville. Maryville not getting a lot of second chance points.
They're trying to pick up the pressure here, trying to get this pace going. It's definitely at a Methodist pace right now.
And stolen away by Maryville.
Dang.
Are they going to call a foul? They do on Dearman.
That's a hard foul. He landed hard right there. Hopefully it just knocked the air at him.
That's Caleb Estes down.
Trying to make sure they know who's on the floor. This is not an official timeout. Caleb gets up. He's able to walk off. Hopefully that was just to knock the air out of him now.
Well, back in the day, we had a guy named Henderson on this team.
Know him well.
I'm sure nothing meant intentional there.
Now, in a situation like this where you have a player get fouled, the other team's coach has the opportunity to pick who shoots the free throw. So they're going to put Malcolm Walker on the line right here.
Malcolm Walker, 18 of 35, 46-38 to score with 13:14 left. Maryville has shot 3 of 6 from the free throw line. Walker from Nashville's Independence High School. And he'll put that one in.
Attaboy.
46-39 with 13:14 left.
Attaboy.
46-40.
That's a response. When a coach picks you to shoot, go knock them down, right? 5 seconds. They get 5.
They get 5. They got 5, I believe.
They get a timeout. I think he got the timeout, yeah. Gave him the timeout.
Coaches for Maryville going to go ahead and politic for the 5-second violation, but they're not going to get it.
Yeah, and this is the time that Maryville needs to go right here. We've started to pick it up. You can feel the energy. If we can get a couple buckets here in a row, all of a sudden this thing may snowball. But we got to start and get a stop right here. See if we can string some scores together. Seems like we've been able to pick up our D this half. We haven't been able to score consistently, so hopefully we can start have some shots to fall and maybe build on this thing a little bit.
Inbounding the ball. Methodist, David Ivorano with the ball, and he'll hand it off to Jackson. Jackson guarded by the
nice D's by J.R. Sanders.
And
he's out of bounds.
On the baseline is number 10, Dante Jackson.
Yeah, that was all Daquan Summers right there. He guarded everybody that handled the ball. And Sanders did a nice job fronting the post, creating that turnover.
2 starters back in, or 4 starters back in, make it all starters back in for Monarchs. Daquan Summers with the ball. Outside to Watson. To Garcia. In the post. The turnaround no good. Tip in no good. Tip in by Watson. 12:30 left to go in the game. 6-point lead by the Monarchs, 46-40. Good defense by J.R. Sanders there.
They got a hand check on Sanders or Summers. But again, we're picking up our defense.
Colt Noakes going in. Out comes Walker. Noakes goes in with 3 fouls. 12:14 left to go. Methodist will inbound the ball under their basket. They'll go to their big man Whitley, and they get it to Rouse. Rouse pulls up, takes the shot. No good.
Good job.
Chris Watson with the tip. Garcia to Sanders to Watson.
And one.
And it doesn't go in.
Golly.
It's one of those days.
A great drive. We just need one of those plays, That's the thing we need too, George. We got this big crowd here tonight. I'd like to see us make a play to get them going.
Yeah, we just can't seem to get to the top of the hill but never get over it. 46-48 timeout. It is Methodist leading Maryville. Methodist again shooting a blistering 55%. Maryville shooting 36%. Maryville 3 of 10 from the 3-point line. Methodist 3 of 5. Maryville 5 of 8 from the free throw line. 1 of 2 for the Monarchs.
Yeah, it really is amazing that Maryville's only down 6 with the disparity in shooting percentages. They're shooting 55, we're shooting 35. The reason is they've got 16 turnovers to our 5, so we've got more possessions and opportunities, and that's how we're staying in it. So hopefully these shooting percentages start to even out a little bit.
This is the USA South semifinal game for the USA South Championship Tournament. Maryville, the league leading record of conference record of 14-2, the outright conference leader. They are hosting this USA South tournament. Greensboro, the number 2 seed in the East. Maryville, the 1 seed in the East. J.R. Sanders going to the line for Maryville from Mount Juliet, Tennessee. 16 of 28 before today. Puts that in. Last 3 points for Maryville have been free throws. 46-41. Just a freshman. 5'10", 160. Sanders makes that one. It's a 46-42 game. Maryville going to put some pressure on them. Rouse guarded by Garcia. 11:46 left to play. Shove there.
Defense by Manny. Rebound now, rebound.
Yeah, it goes off Watson. Reset the shot clock at 30.
Yeah, Watson mistimes his jump a little bit right there.
Ball goes to Deal, and then back out to Hall. Rouse with the ball. And losing the ball at breakaway, it's Manny Garcia. Garcia lays it up and in, and it's good. It's 46-44 with 11 minutes left to go.
Yeah, Maryville's getting a little energy now.
And the crowd's getting back into it. Hall with the ball. 10:50
Good
left
step
to go.
out by Colt. Come on, get out of there.
Shot.
Golly, he's killed us. He has killed us.
Maryville gambled on that one, 49-44, the three-pointer good. Watson to J.R. Sanders to Manny Garcia, 10:35 left to go. DeQuan Summers goes to the line, tip up, no good. Rebound.
And one, Colt.
Maryville gets the basket, and for the first time today, Maryville gets the basket and a foul.
Starting to get some life now. You know, you live with Jackson Whitley shooting three-pointers at the shot clock goes down, but man, he's hit two of them.
Who was that foul on?
That was on Whitley.
Going to the line is Colt Noakes. Noakes shoots, was 62 of 94 before today. And Maryville down by 3 at the 10:28 mark.
That's Methodist's 7th team foul, George, so Maryville shoots in the bonus if we can keep attacking.
Down by 2, 49-47. Maryville on defense, Monarchs on offense in the green. We get it to Whitley. Whitley outside to Ibarreno. He'll go into the corner. Three-point shot,
Short.
no good. Tips Maryville.
Daquan, go.
Daquan Summers, and there'll be a foul.
He's shooting. He's shooting 1-1. We got a chance to tie it up.
Foul on 34. (49-47), 1-1 going to the line will be Daquan Summers. Summers 36 of 50 before today.
Here's Reese coming back in the game.
Yep.
He's got 18. He's got to find a way to keep him out of the lane.
Daquan Summers, a sophomore from Nashville, Tennessee's Hillwood High School. He'll put that in. 49-48. Maryville creeping back in it. They were down by 8. This can tie the game. And it is a tie game. 49-49 at the 10-minute mark. Maryville with full court pressure. Goes to David Ibarreno. Guarded by Daquan Summers. Basket good. Noakes injured. Moreno makes the shot, 51-49. Boy, this is hand-to-hand combat. Ball goes to Songster. Songster to Daquan Summers. Summers in the lane. Goes to Sanders. Puts
Tough
the two
shot.
up and
Tough
good.
shot by the freshman.
51-51. Tie score, 9:27 left to go. Hall with the ball. And it's Daquan Summers taking it away, and foul by Jackson Whitley.
Hey, how smart was that by the freshman? He saw Whitley just running up the floor, knew he couldn't stop, stopped right in front of him, picked up the foul. Now he's going to go to the line. No, Colt limps off right here. Let's keep an eye on that. I think when Habanero drove, Colt tried to block it, came down and maybe rolled his ankle.
J.R. Summers going to the line. Maryville has not had the lead today, I believe, except maybe early on. No, I don't think they've had the lead. Shot goes up, and it's in. 52-51. Malcolm Walker just fighting Whitley down at the baseline.
Oh, it's a big boy game right now in the second half. Two teams going at it.
Not good by Maryville. Maryville up by 2 at the 9:15 mark, 53-51. Davion Alvareno goes up. He'll get the ball to Rouse. Rouse comes out to Hall. He'll go into the post to Whitley. Whitley puts the shot up, and he's good. Yeah, he is good.
Man, he's good.
55-53, Songster.
I feel like we've made Whitley take every shot we want him to take, and he's made them all.
Bowman for 2.
Attaboy, Amir.
Puts it in, 53-55, Maryville up by 2. Ray Hall with the ball. He'll get it to Rouse, to David Ibarreno, Davion Ibarreno. Whitley.
Running hook shot.
No good, and rebound comes down to DeQuan Summers, the two-man. 8:21 left to go in the game. J.R. Sanders pulls up to DeQuan Summers. Summers to Songster for 3. That's going to be short, and good rebound by Troynell Reese. Ibarreno coming up the court at the 8-minute mark.
That's a charge, yeah.
Yeah, and there goes a charge, and that's going to be Davion Ibarreno with the charge.
You know, again, Malcolm Walker being in position takes that charge. Ibarreno a little bit out of control as we go to the media timeout under 8.
I've got Dante Jackson 10 with 3 fouls. So 55-53. Who was that last foul on, sir?
That was on Ibarreno on the charge.
Okay. So Maryville now shooting 39% still.
Cooper Crazy starting to come alive in the student section a little bit
over
there.
Student section over there. 7 minutes, 57 seconds left to go in this game. Maryville took the lead early about the 9-minute mark. 53-51. And now it's 55-53 with just under 8 minutes left to go. 10 team fouls on Methodist, so Maryville, I think, should go to the line to shoot 2.
They shoot 2 from here on out, that's right. Maryville's only got 3, so we can afford to continue to pick up, be aggressive on defense.
We just need to guard 24, Troynell Reese. We have not. He's having a heck of a game.
They're in a zone now.
Inside Walker to Amir Bowman. Turns around, jump shot, no good. Rebound.
Boy Malcolm
comes to Songster. To Papa and then to Estes, and now it's back to Estes by way of Bowman.
Here we go, Cal. Here we go, Cal. Nope.
Good rebound. Papa puts the rebound in. 57-53. Maryville with a timely rebound.
Papa came flying in from that weak side. It's hard to box out of his own like that.
Ray Hall with the ball. David Ibarreno, a 3-point shot by Rouse. No good.
Good
Rebound.
box out by Malcolm.
Malcolm Walker. 7 minutes left to go. Maryville up by 4. Estes directing traffic. Gets it to Songster. Shot up, no good. Malcolm
with the board and one.
And the board.
Oh, I thought I heard a whistle.
We didn't get it.
It's getting loud in here. I thought I heard a whistle, but it's stick back by Malcolm Walker.
59-53. Maryville up with 6:30 left to go. The big man with a 3-point shot, no good. Songster with the rebound. Maryville has taken 56 shots, and the Methodist Monarchs only 45. 59-53, Maryville in the lead.
The last 2 buckets have been on offensive rebounds and stickbacks.
Second point shots. Estes to Hoppe. 6 minutes left to go. Hoppe, 3-point shot. And
Shot clock
picked up,
down.
and it is tipped away and picked up by
It's a fourth foul. That's tough. That's a tough call.
Estes with 4, and in goes J.R. Summers. That was a tough foul.
It's been one of those games for Caleb, man. Sometimes the whistles don't go your way. He's continuing to lead and continuing to fight over there.
59-53, 5:47 left to go in the game. Maryville leading in this USA South contest. That's
way off. Look at the freshman rebound.
Ooh, look at him go. Layup, no good. Rebound comes down to Whitley. They'll get it outside.
Got to get back. They got numbers right here.
3-point shot. Good. 59-56.
Man, that was a tough sequence. Playing so hard. Sanders pushed the ball down. That's where a little bit of experience comes into play, George. He was trying to be aggressive, and I credit him for that. If he'll either stop and hit a little pull-up jumper, or give it to one of his athletic guys slashing on the wing to finish that. Unfortunately, we missed that shot. They go down, hit a 3. That's a 5-point swing.
Leading all scorers is Troy Reese. He had 14 in the first half. He's got 18 now. Jackson Whitley, number 52 for Methodist, 16 points, 8 rebounds for Maryville. 13 points, 8 rebounds for number 33 Colton Oaks of Maryville. Malcolm Walker, 12 points, 4 rebounds, number 22. The score, 59-56 after the 3-point shot by Methodist. Maryville leads. 5:21 left to go, and behind us, it's packed. In front of us, pretty good crowd. Dante Hoppa for Maryville. To Amir Bowman. Songster. To Hoppa. Hoppa going to go to the line, and he'll put up 2. No good. Whitley with the rebound. Up comes Hall. Under 5 minutes left to go. Whitley. Oh! Hoppa with the rebound. He'll get it to J.R. Sanders.
We've really picked up our defense the last few possessions, made them take some tougher shots. That time we got a turnover. Quick hands by Amir Bowman.
Sanders with the ball. Back to Amir Bowman in the paint. And Malcolm Walker going to go ahead and put the shot up. And 4:20 left to go. 59-56. Ivorano with the ball for Methodist. Hall to Ivorano. He'll take a 3-point shot. No good. Rebound tipped away. Back to Ivorano.
Charge. You got him again. He got him again. That's at least the 3rd charge that Malcolm Walker's taken. The Methodist bench doesn't like it. But I think all 4 of them he had squared up pretty good.
4 minutes left to go. The foul was on Davian Ivorano, I believe. Will you check that?
It was on Ivorano.
That's his 3rd, I think.
All 3 of them might be offensive fouls.
59-56, 4 minutes, 2 seconds left to go. Maryville by 3. Winner of this game moves on. The loser will end their season, unfortunately. Great games today. First game won by Covenant, 81-80 over North Carolina Wesleyan. Hoppa going to go to the basket, back out to Bowman, to Songster. Songster.
He had it.
Out to Sanders for 3. Round the rim, and Colton Oaks. And we're going to get a...
What'd they call? Foul?
They called a foul on Maryville. Songster with the foul. Timeout by Coach David Smith of the Monarchs. The Monarchs will have the ball. 59-56, 3:35 left to go in the game. Anybody's game.
Yeah, George, seems like it's been a little bit of an up-and-hill game to get to this point, but this is exactly where we thought we'd be when the day started. It's a 3-point game, tight game. We're down to the last 3.5 minutes, and it's who's gonna step up and make plays.
Who's gonna blink?
We mentioned Methodist starts 5 seniors, so obviously they've got tons of experience, and we don't have any seniors, but all of our guys that play quality minutes, they all have tons of games under their belts. So both of these teams, they're not going to be afraid of this moment. They both know how to execute. They both know how to handle these sort of situations. It's going to be whoever steps up and executes and knocks down some shots.
Yeah, it's execution at this point. You can practice, you can put people in position, but if you don't execute, it doesn't work. 3:35 left to go. Coach Raul Placeres, former player here at Maryville, one of the most intense floor people I ever saw, is the assistant coach trying to get them riled up. Methodist will have the ball. They lead. They are down by 3, 59-56, 3:35 left to go. And we've had some great post play, as have the Methodist Monarchs. And up come the Monarchs. It's Hall to Rouse to Ibareno. Oh, good basket by Ibareno. That's all.
Yeah, you can't let him get to his left hand. Left-handed player, when he turns that corner with his left hand, it's over.
59-58. Songster for Maryville with the ball.
Let's see if we can get to attack again. Maybe get to the free throw line.
To Emir Bowman, then to Hoppa. Songster off the pick. Outside to
Big
Hoppa
shot.
for 3.
Big shot.
Nothing but the net. 62-58. And up comes Methodist with 2:40 left to go. Rouse.
Oh.
And Rouse puts up the ball.
That's a
Good
big shot by
Yeah,
Rouse.
really was.
He had Calvin draped all over him. I thought he almost blocked that shot.
2:29 left to go. Maryville up 62-60. J.R. Sanders will go to the line, and he'll be fouled. Foul on number 3. Rouse is 4th. Ray Hall, they called it on.
How about the freshman point guard from Maryville stepping up big with Estes in foul trouble and just playing a tremendous second half. It doesn't look like this moment bothers him at all. Looks like Jackson Whitley's got some blood on him.
Last year at this time, J.R. Sanders was worrying about the prom. 62-60, 2:22 left to go in the game.
Boy, Whitley's a good player.
Oh, he is. And has been.
I mean, he's stepped out. He's hit 2 threes with the shot clock going down. He's made an assortment of floaters and hook shots. I mean,
he's a tall guy, but he only weighs 220, 6'9", so he's strong.
I love his demeanor. You know, you watch him. He doesn't get into any of the other stuff. He's not talking to anybody or creating any issues or anything like that. He just plays the game.
Whitley and Noakes having a laugh at it. J.R. Sanders going to the line. 2:22 left to go. Sanders makes it 63-60. Maryville. It's getting to be crunch time. Sanders with 6 points. Second shot by Sanders, good. Out comes J.R. Sanders, and in goes Caleb Estes. 2:22 left to go in the game. Methodist with the ball, 64-60. He'll get it outside to Hall.
Oh, right to Reese, of course. That shot got blocked twice, and it finds its way right to Reese. He's been in the right place at the right time all day. I think he's got 20.
2 minutes left to go. Maryville up by 2. 64-62. Songster to Estes to Noakes in the post. Ball goes out of bounds, and it goes off Methodist.
10 on the shot clock. It's a big 10 seconds for Maryville right here. Need to get a good look.
J.R. Sanders make that Caleb Estes getting ready to inbound the ball. Ball goes to Hoppe. Hoppe going to go inside to Noakes. Noakes takes the shot, and then he loses the ball.
4 on the shot clock.
Gets knocked out of bounds. Maryville going to call a play here. 64-62. 1:32 left to go in the game. Goes to Hoppe. He'll pull up, shoot a three. No good. Rebound comes down to Whitley. And up the court comes Methodist. They can tie or take the lead with this shot. Ray Hall. 1:19 left to go. Rouse will go inside. And block.
Big block!
And there's a foul. Foul on Hoppe.
Oh, we gambled right there. We can't gamble.
Going to the line to shoot is Troy Reese. Reese has not had a free throw, but he's scored 20 points today.
He must have got Hoppe down low because the block up top by Noakes looked clean.
Reese averages 13 points a game, and he has 21. He can tie the game with 1:13 left to go. So your whole season comes down to a couple of shots here at the end. Who's going to execute? Rebound! Troy Reese. 6'7", 180, puts the ball in.
Two guys just battling. They just wrestle each other to the ground.
1 minute, 11 seconds left to go. Songster with the ball. Puts it up. Rebound comes to Maryville.
Rebound.
1 minute left to go.
15 on the shot clock.
Songster. And they call a jump ball
Maryville
with
ball.
54 seconds. Maryville has the ball. We get a timeout. So 53 seconds left to go on the clock. Maryville has 10 seconds to shoot the ball. It's a tie game.
Feel like we've been here before today.
Yeah, we have. And this is great USA South Conference basketball here at Maryville, Tennessee. This is the semifinal game. The first game won by Covenant as they beat North Carolina Wesleyan 81-80.
Yeah, obviously just a huge inbound possession for us, George, right here. 10 seconds to go. Need to get a good look. You know, we've tried to drive it to the basket a few times, and, you know, like I said, in tournament play, referees are going to typically try to let players decide it. So unless it's just an obvious foul, lots of times they're going to let the contact go. So we've got to be strong and finish at the rim here.
Make it Estes inbounding the ball. It's going to be
good pull-up jump shot by Cal. Yes, sir.
Calvin Songster.
Yes, sir. Gives a big fist pump. What'd they call?
We're going to put 2 seconds on the clock or 1 second.
Yeah, I think they're watching the clock right now.
66-64.
Cooper Crazies come to their feet right here. Just a huge shot by Cal. He's kind of been fighting his shot all day, it seems like, George. I think now he's 2 of 10. But he'll forget all those other ones if that 2 points ends up holding up true.
Maryville going to go for a full court pressure. 49 seconds left to go. Officials trying to get the clock right. One of the officials is charged with watching that clock.
They noticed it was 49.3.
(66-64). And up comes Methodist. Could be their last possession. To Whitley, the big guy, wants to shoot a three.
Again. Here's Reese. He's hurt us all day.
Ivoreno, 14 on the shot clock.
Oh, Cope got in the way.
In the corner.
He blocked it. Cal with the rebound. They're going to have to foul him. The crowd's going nuts right now.
Wow.
Amir Bowman jumped from.
And a foul on number 22.
I think Amir Bowman took off from somewhere in Townsend.
That's about 30 miles.
to block that shot. I thought he was wide open. It seemed like he tipped that thing 3 feet out of his hand.
Here's what we got. 23 seconds left. Maryville up 66-64. Calvin Songster, an 85% free throw shooter, goes to the line to shoot 2. First one
Big
in.
shot.
It's a 3-point game. 67-64. A big shot here for Songster, the junior. Coach Lambert, no fouls.
2-possession game.
And that one's in. It's 68-64. 23 seconds left to go. Up the court quickly is Hall. To David Iverino. Clock at 14. It's Hall.
Blocked it again. Colt's got the rebound.
Songster going to go
He's
down
going to be in
the
front.
And he'll be fouled with 5.5 seconds left to go. The shot was blocked by Colt Noakes.
We might have an all-Scots final tomorrow, George. You know, we talked about this whole game. It was going to be who made the plays down the stretch. You know, Cowell hits the big shot to put us up 2. Amir with the huge block.
68-64, 5.5 seconds left to go. Going to the line is Maryville's Calvin Songster.
I think Colt got that last block.
Songster puts that in, making it 69-64. Coach Lambert say, don't do anything. Shot goes up, and it is good. 70-64, 2-possession game. 3 seconds. 2 seconds, 1 second.
Lambert wins 700, George.
Coach Lambert, 700 wins. The game ends with a basket by Methodist, 70-66. Maryville goes into the championship game, and Methodist, unfortunately, their season is over. What a great game, 70-66.
Coach Lambert wins his 700th ball game. It was almost kind of an afterthought because this game was so important. It was so close. You know, we kind of forgot the significance and the milestone with Coach winning his 700th ball game today. As you look up in the crowd, we've got signs that say 700. You've got alumni up there. As the team goes crazy, Coach Lambert salutes the crowd with his 700th victory.
Coach Lambert, 700 victories, and
he's dancing in the middle.
I've seen a lot of games. Got to say, though, Methodist, you wouldn't expect anything less. Methodist leads, goes into the locker room losing today, unfortunately, and their record will end at 18-9. And what a good season for the Methodist Monarchs. Leading all scorers, though, was Troy Reese, 22 points. Jackson Whitley, 16. Davian Iberino, 15. 5 for Brian Rouse. Ray Hall with 4, 2 each for Dearman and Jaquan Deal. For Maryville, it was Colt Noakes with a double-double, 13 points, 10 rebounds, and a block at the last minute. 12 points for Methodist. 11 points for Dante Hoppe. 12 points for Malcolm Walker. 11 for Dante Hoppe. 10 for Calvin Songster. And we'll get Coach Lambert out here shortly. And good game all the way around. And let's look at the shooting percentages. Greg Geen, one of our sponsors here from Realty Trust Group. And Maryville ends up shooting 36.4%, and the Methodist Monarchs shoot a blistering 51% and end up losing 70-66. The key was the free throw shooting. Maryville 18 of 21 shooting 86% from the foul line, and the Monarchs 3 of 4 from the free throw line. The Monarchs shot 5 of 14 from the three-point arc for 36%. And the lots of people coming up here, and Maryville shot 4 of 15 from the three-point line. Not very effective shooting from the three-point arc, but Maryville shoots 66 times, makes 24 of them, but 18 free throws. The Monarchs shoot 57 times and make 29 shots. They shoot 51% from the field, and what a game today. First game was won by the Covenant Scots, 81-80 over North Carolina Wesleyan. Maryville beats Methodist today 70-67. I'm waiting on Coach Lambert right now, and that's his 700th win, and I'm sure there's lots of people hanging around behind me waiting for everything. As Joe, our bus driver from a while ago. Coach Lambert, got to be happy for him. A good friend of mine, and have spent a lot of time talking about this particular day. And we'll get him here right now. 700 wins, grandchildren, and everybody loves Coach Lambert. Getting the stats right now. Coach Lambert, a lot of congratulations coming up. Randy. Let me stretch that out for you. Athletic Director Candace Schramm. Coach, needless to say, a big victory today. You win at the end 70-66. Good effort. They shoot a blistering 51%, and you guys shoot
blistering 36%.
Right.
Yeah. You know, that game was just a grind, George. That's all you can say. It was just a grind. Man, didn't our second group, so-called second group, come in?
Your bench
really made the difference in that game. I mean, when our leading players are struggling a little bit, and probably they felt the pressure of this game, but the young kids just came in and really did a beautiful, beautiful job.
Right at the end with some blocks by Colton Oakes and Calvin Songster with some good shots. Look at your free throws, Coach. That's won the game for you today.
15 for 15 in the second half. That's pretty strong.
Yeah.
And we had some young kids up there shooting them, which JR hit a bunch of them. And it was just a great, great game. And so excited about this team. And hopefully we can take care of business tomorrow and get win number 22. So I'm looking forward to it.
Coach, personally, I want to congratulate you on 700 wins. I know it means a lot to you. We've talked about it before, but I know you're a team guy, but personally, what does 700 win to you? Come on, personal now.
Yeah, personal. I wish my mom and dad could be here to share it with me, because they've invested so much in my life and have enjoyed the coaching aspects of it, and I really miss them. But, honestly, George, I'm just so thankful that we're playing in the finals tomorrow.
I got you.
The 700 was sort of a benchmark. You and I have talked about it for years and years, and
it seems like you.
Yeah, I didn't know if I was ever going to make it or not, but I guess you could say by the grace of God we got there. But
I know you're in the final tomorrow. I'm going to let you go. You got a lot of other people waiting. I'll let you go.
Thank you,
Coach
Appreciate
Lambert.
you.
Talk to you. Coach Lambert with his 700 wins. Chris, you want to come in with some final comments here? let me turn your mic on, okay?
Sorry, George. I didn't mean to bail on the telecast, but that was a special moment. I wanted to go back in the locker room and just be a part of it.
Well, you've been a part of it for so long, and Chris, let's talk a little bit about the game. The Methodist shoots 51% from the field. They shoot 35.5% from the three-point arc. They only shoot 3 of 4 from the free throw line.
Yeah.
Maryville shoots 15 of 15 in the second half, and they go 18 of 21 from the free throw line. You look at this and you go, the disparity. What happened there?
Yeah.
Why the disparity, in your opinion?
Well, I think the big reason is we finally started to attack. We started to crash the offensive glass. We started to, we really started to, attack the goal. We finally got aggressive. And it seems like the whistles follow the aggressor. And I thought that's what happened. Now, I was telling Coach Placeris as we were walking over here, I said, to me, that was just an old-fashioned tournament win. There was nothing pretty about it. But in these tournament games, that's what it is. It's just a dogfight.
Hand-to-hand combat, and who's going to blink.
I mean, and we talked about it the whole game. This is going to come down to the last few possessions and who executes, and that's what Maryville did. They ran the big set where Cal hits the jumper to put us up 2. We come down, Amir comes out of nowhere and blocks that three-point corner shot.
Colton Oakes makes a block.
We make 2 free throws. We come back down. Colt blocks that shot, and basically the game was over at that point.
And he gets the rebound.
Yeah.
So Maryville wins today 70-66. Methodist, congratulations to them and their team on a great season. And they'll be back next year. A lot of seniors. Those seniors walk away with they can walk away with their heads held up high. They had a great season, and it took some special talent out here by Maryville to win this game. The good thing for Maryville is they can play again tomorrow against Covenant. So the Covenant Scots taking on the Maryville Fighting Scots tomorrow at 6 o'clock right here on the USA South Network. I want to thank Commissioner Hart for being here today, and you, Mr. Christie, out there for taking care of things in the background. And again, the first game today, it was the Covenant Scots beating the North Carolina Wesleyan Bishops 81-80. They'll go in the final game tomorrow at 6. And Maryville beats Methodist today 70-66. They'll play tomorrow in the final game for the championship of the USA South tomorrow, 6 o'clock right here. Stay tuned, everybody. We'll be on at about, 5:55. Thank you for listening, everybody. For Chris Sigmund, this is George DeBobby saying so long. See you tomorrow.